I'm going to hand you an iPad computer and I'm going to give you control of the entire global energy system. This is a mock-up of an interface that would lie on top of a global simulation model. The idea is to give people a sense of how users would interact with the model. Users come in and they're able to actually adjust the year to which they play. We can set that for 2050. The model is calculating in real time impacts on climate and the cost of energy. And the player starts by trying to reduce demand by changing the efficiency assumptions of both the transportation and the building sector. And that's done by simply moving a slider. And as they move the slider, they get immediate feedback in terms of what they're doing. This is a reduction of 10% in terms of residential heating. I can crank it up to 25%. They can also get more information about building efficiency. We move to transportation, same principle. You're essentially moving a slider, 10% increase efficiency in public transportation, improved fuel efficiency. 20% of the cars are now electric. At any point in time, you're going to be able to slide over and get direct feedback from the model across a number of parameters, in this case, energy price and climate. When you're done, you can submit, and you'll see a summary essentially of what the results were in terms of building efficiency and transportation efficiency. You'll also at the bottom be able to share your results through social media. That takes you then to the next phase. We put you in control of energy supply across the entire globe. Again, you can set your date. And there's another bar added here which basically shows you how close you are to meeting the world's energy needs. Now you've got control of the entire energy supply system of the globe. And you can begin by saying, I want to ramp down coal. Coal supplies fall by 10%. Retire coal plants, drop coal by 20%. We can move then to petroleum and change the assumptions about petroleum supply. Approximately 10% reduction. We may want to keep production of natural gas high, consistent with today's levels, but we have a gap in energy supply which we're going to have to fill. We're going to have to build some nuclear power plants. I've just built 100 plants. Switch to solar and ramp up solar to the point where it's actually 10 times the amount that are currently produced by installations today. Move to wind power, ramp that up, and maybe throw in a little bit of biomass. Again, at any point in time, you're going to be able to get information about biofuels, about wind, about solar. These could also be detailed for the country you're playing in, because we're going to have information about where you're coming from when you log in. When you're done, you can submit this, and again, you'll be able to see displays of the data. You could actually take a look at sort of local policies, and you could share those with friends using social media. And you can play this again. The idea is to keep people going through the game, giving them more and more data and more variables to play with, allowing them to test hypotheses as they go along, get immediate feedback because the model is running inside or internal to the computer, and then also be able to share their assumptions with wide groups of people.